Well, new tonight at 6, it has been 15 months since the devastating fire on Main Street in Buffalo that took the life of Jason Arno.
It was a heartbreaking tragedy, of course, that eclipsed another tremendous loss that day. And just as the community rallied around the Arno family that day, they are now coming together to help the owners of DC Theatricks.
And tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from an owner of the theater costume business. Channel 2's Pete Gallivan has their story in this Two on Your Side original report.
March 1st, 2023, a four-alarm blaze takes the life of firefighter Jason Arno, a tragedy that touched the entire community. But on that day, overshadowed by that tremendous loss, was another loss, one of a lifetime of work, a couple's passion, and a beloved business.
Every day, probably 6-7 times a week for 41 years, I made the trip downtown, a block away from here, and to come downtown now for anything is still, you think about the trip down there that day, and it's hard to come downtown sometimes.
Dave Dijak clearly understands the biggest tragedy of the day was the loss of one of Buffalo's bravest, the life of Jason Arno. But he, along with his wife Lynn and business partner Doug Caskey, have spent the past 15 months coming to grips with the reality that more than 4 decades of painstaking work and collecting was also lost in an instant. Their business, DC Theatricks, occupied the first floor of the building.
And we knew immediately the 41 years it took to build and acquire that without spending another 41 years, you could never replace it.
They had grown a huge following, creating costumes for area theater productions, events, and the world's largest disco, but also a steady stream of big Broadway productions. They made most of it by hand. The costumes, supplies, and specialized equipment all burned in the fire. They had longtime customers and friends try to help them immediately, help them rebuild their collection, but the task at hand was too monumental. Even so, given the circumstances of the fire, they were always hesitant to be part of any fundraiser.
It took them a while to, several different people had talked to us over periods of time saying we want to do a benefit, and we just said, we'll think about it, let you know. We just kind of, didn't really want to do it, honestly.
And because they had spent the previous 40-plus years doing things for themselves.
Everything we did, we learned how to do things. We were always self-sufficient. And then you get to this point where they want to do a benefit or whatever, you say, I don't know, it's just it's not us,
But then family stepped up and said, it's time.
When this happened, we discussed having a little bit of a benefit, just basically a small one. My band just having it and blah, blah, blah.
Lynn's cousins, Debbie Knoll and Mary Lou Sauer, have pulled together basket donations and a number of bands for a fundraiser this Saturday.
When I started talking to people about it, would you come, would you do this? I realized everybody kept saying, you can't have a little benefit. This has to be a big benefit, and it has to be in a big place.
And they got one of the biggest, Town Ballroom. Debbie says this is as much about reconnecting Dave, Lynn, and Doug with their many longtime customers and friends as it is about raising money.
It's always a big hug when you see them. They were like our family. You sit there, you talk about how they were doing. So all their customers were like family.
And Saturday from 3 until 7, that family will come together here at the Town Ballroom in celebration and support of DC Theatricks. On Your Side in Buffalo, Pete Gallivan, Channel 2 News.